Alright, now it must be something with the mic because I have it plugged right into my computer case and it's still picking up something, so I'm not totally sure what the problem is. Maybe if I just smack it. Well, that actually kind of helped. Huh, what do you know? Smacking it worked! Percussive maintenance. That's hilarious. What the heck? Let's take a stab at the You insert the skull key into the keyhole. It's a perfect fit. So these are the skull caverns. They're basically more difficult mines. But the only difference is they don't have an actual bottom. Basically, their bottom is the theoretical maximum amount of characters you can hold in a bit. So it's something like 3 billion. And you got these fuckers. They're not too bad when you get leveled up, but basically the enemies you encounter down here are a lot stronger than the ones you encounter in the regular mines. And the other thing too is in the vanilla game, your progress is not saved as you go down. So I have a mod installed that has an elevator for the Skull Cavern, but normally you do not get this. Shit. Yeah, too many. I forgot it's a bad luck day, so this was not a great idea. So the elevator is not normally here in vanilla. So you would just have the door. So every time you come back on a new day to the Skull Cavern, you start from level 1. And it's completely randomized, so level 1 will have a different layout tomorrow than it did today. In fact, it'll have a different layout if we were to go back in. What I did forget is that we need a sandfish for the community center. And we got her. And 5 bait. So that is actually going to complete us the fish tank. Another sandfish. We're just going to catch a couple more for good measure. And just because we don't have a ton going on anyway. That's 5, so I just want one more so we can sell 5 of them. You could do a lot of smacking with that hammer. Alright, so... First, we can swing by the museum and drop off that doll. Then we can swing by the community center and finish the fish tank. Yes. What's up, Gunter? What's up, Penny? Try and stay indoors as much as possible during the winter. I hate being cold. Well, it would help if you weren't wearing a skirt there, woman. What? Giggle. Hi. Mom won't let me have any more gummies today. That's a rip, Vincent. F's in the chat for Vincent. I kind of forgot I was on Twitch, and so saying S in the chat, like, actually means something. I just kind of say it ironically. Aren't you cold? You should wear a thicker jacket, my dear. F, I don't trust anyone who says they have gummies. The weather isn't good for my joints. That is sound advice, Code Monkey. Don't trust anyone who says they have gummies in the van. I think we need the coconut for anything. Nope. Woo! Ah, the glittering boulder is what's getting removed. We get 5 Dish of the Seas. We're happy to help. It's not our house, after all. Toss it up there, baby! Woo! Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! Woo! Rolling right along with that. 2 fish in a tank. So how do you direct this thing? Brilliant. Brilliant. Truly a master of comedy in our presence. Ooh. I've seen people punched for better. Okay, well that might be a little extreme. Oh, actually, we might as well head down to the beach and see if we can't scare ourselves up a squid. No harm in trying. Ah, we need the Nautilus shell for the community center. I don't remember how squid behave. Herring. Oh. Well, that was easy. Some challenge, Willy. Oh, nice. An albacore. And an ancient doll. Which we need for the museum. So, that's a win. We got the squid for Willy, so we can hand that off tomorrow. I checked that one. It was this one I couldn't check because of freaking Lewis. Actually, well... Oh! probably don't like that chain because it wasn't for you. Oh! I'm pretty sure we were at 5 hearts with him too before that. Oh. God damn. Welp, we'll just have to catch another one tomorrow. It's pretty cold in my little cabin. I just snuggle up under a huge blanket and I'm okay. I mean, that's true, but, you know. In this case, the squid wasn't meant for you. It was meant for the crusty sailor who sent me a letter asking for one, so... Yeah, it's getting late. Some solid coin. Port. It's going to snow tomorrow. Nice. And spirits are neutral. I see you've entered the Skull Cavern. Well done. I've got a better challenge for you, kid. Make it at least 25 levels deep. I've got a mountain of gold to send if you can do it. Your friend, Mr. Key. You've been challenged to reach level 25 in the Skull Cavern. You've been promised a substantial reward if you're successful. But you clearly saw how well we did, you know, on one level, so... we got some progress to make before we can make a realistic run at that. To refill the chicken's food. Alright. Let's keep looking for that final bit of forage we need. Sick of carrying this damn crocus around. Hey, Dan. It's odd. I'm not sure what caused this boulder to disappear. This stream is flowing from deep within the mountain. Hey, do you see that glistening in the water? Yes, that's quality ore. The flow of water must be carrying it out of the mountain. You know what this means, right? It means we can start panning for ore. Here, I've got an extra pan in my backpack. Why don't you take it? Gold Rush. Absolutely. If you ever see ore glistening in the water, use that pan and see what you find. We received a copper pan. It can also be worn as a hat. So, the copper pan isn't too game-breaking in the sense that not a whole lot changes once you have it. It's just you can use it to pan and you can find different kinds of ore. And sometimes some coal and sometimes some other stuff. But okay, there has got to be a snow yam around here somewhere. Somewhere in this entire godforsaken valley. Oh, see, there we go. So I got 4 copper ore. What's up, Maggie? How was the graduation? Ooh. Damn, another freaking rusty spoon. And another freaking crocus. More freaking crocuses. That is real unfortunate. So what I'm hearing is you skipped the party for nothing. Uh-huh. Scour this valley for some freaking forage. Ah, see? Iron ore and fire quartz. Crystal fruit. I don't know, it seems like a waste to me then, but you do you. Ooh, secret note. It's a note of Maru's. Parts still needed for my greatest invention yet. Gold bar, iridium bar, battery pack, diamond, and strawberries. See, what's funny is that that's just a list of her favorite items. Hey! We got it! Hey, we got 2 of them for good measure. Alright. 2 rooms in 2 days. Which would just leave the pantry and the bulletin board. Carolyn. Hi there. Do you have everything you need for the farm? Yeah, I'm more concerned. If not, we might be able to help you out. Okay, Carolyn, you need to kind of help yourself out, though. We carry a variety of useful items. Do you carry something for someone who's just staring at a frozen fountain in the middle of winter? Field research. Oh, that finishes this. A recycling machine. I'm curious what happens, actually. Our obligatory winter seeds. So many wonderful bundles. Thank you. Thank you. Woo. Okay, he's just doing his thing. Getting close. Bridge repair seems like quite an odd reward. I was just about to check that one. Well, it'll make more sense tonight. Code Monkey. Hi, if you're ever bored, you can always hang out in my room. As long as I'm not changing, of course. I mean, fair enough. The forest is a wonderful place. Have you been there? A few times. Bye, Willie. Ooh. So at 12:40, I think that is. Yeah, 12:40 at night, we need to click on that bush. It's quite the offer. How's life without roommates? Quiet. But, you know, I kind of like that. I don't know. It's kind of nice to come home to a quiet house at the end of the day and not have to put up with people. But it is a little lonely. And I have to unlock the door when I come home from work, which is annoying. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. No more Cooper yelling at you. Or at video games. Sardine. I don't know, I'm too focused on house stuff. I don't really think about it too much. That was an albacore we just caught. Halibut. Alright. We got our squid. Let's give it to the right person this time. If you didn't like him that much, why did you ask him to be your roommate? Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oh my god. I can't even. You know, Albuquerque was where they filmed Better Call Saul. Ah. Alright, now we got 2 squids, just in case we screw it up again. Hey, now we got 3. Well, if she hated living with you guys, why'd she volunteer to move in? Okay, I think we have a decent supply of spare squid. See, all you need to do now is kick Abby out and it can be your bachelorette pad. No idea. Alright, let's go give one of these to Willy. We should have more than enough unless we accidentally give everybody... Exactly. Unless we give everybody in the bar a squid. Oh wait, didn't we already talk to her today? We did. Out of my way. Well, that works. Alright. This is Willy. Hey, you did it. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm impressed. I actually did it yesterday, but I'm stupid and gave it to Shane. Winter's a good time to break out the old fishing rod, isn't it? Woo! 800G. Woo! Thanks, Willy. I spilled a whole bucket of milk on the floor today. It was horrible. And such a waste of my poor Belinda's hard work. It's nice of you to show up. It's a little more lively now. Yeah. I saw a snow rabbit early this morning. They're rare, aren't they? No idea. Hey, did you hear about the old bus? Yep, I'm back in the saddle, kid. Feels nice. Look, Pam, it's not my place to tell you how to live your life, but you really think that if you're a bus driver again, you should really spend every night in here pickling yourself? Food for thought. Haley and I aren't made for such a big house. It's a hassle to keep it clean. Ah well, I really shouldn't be complaining. Your farmhouse seems nice and cozy. It's aight. Yeah, it's getting late. Who's counting? Woo! Another book. Whoops, I wanted to keep one of those squid. Oh well. Already gave the one we needed. I don't know. There. So that's the bridge repair. So now we're going to have access to the quarry. Which spawns a bunch of rocks and ore nodes. Or you can kind of just use it for whatever. So we can check that out. You want to keep it as clear as possible because then it'll spawn new stuff. Snow again. Someone annoyed. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Wondering how to get your hands on refined quartz? Just put a regular old quartz in the furnace. You'll need a lump of coal to fuel the fire. Feels like it should be one that you get a lot earlier than Winter 4. Stupendous tips. Yes. Truly. So most of the heavy lifting done. Now, we can check out the quarry, and then I'll spend the rest of the day fishing up at the lake. And, that should do wonders for our income. Oh shoot, I didn't think about it. I should have bought a spring fruit tree sapling and planted it. I think apricot is spring and it's the cheapest. You're really persistent. I guess I'm just surprised that anyone would be interested in talking to me. Well, I'm really not, Shane. I'm just waiting for Pierre's to open. There's fruit in the spring. It's awful cold. A visit to the saloon should warm me up, don't you think? Why don't you swing by the saloon later for a taste of the Oh Be Joyful? Pam, you're on your way to work! Where, I must repeat, you drive a bus. So this is the quarry. You can see it's got a bunch of rocks, some iron ore nodes, some copper ore nodes, some gold ore nodes, and a bunch of trees. So we'll work on clearing this all out as efficiently as possible. What's up with that note? Alex's strength training diet. Complete breakfast, salmon dinner. I've learned to love this food. I can feel the protein. So that's two of Alex's favorite loved gifts, is the complete breakfast and the salmon dinner. Oh, that is an emerald node. Cool. We might actually not be able to clear all of it out today. Just make it to that emerald. Hopefully we pull up some algae. Gain a little energy back. There's a sturgeon. Stop bouncing around, jackass! Dang it! This is why you fish with a shotgun. Fair enough. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if there's a shotgun mod for this game. Considering the amount of weird grandpa mods that happened this week. Largemouth bass. Nice, a dress spinner. It's also why we need to upgrade the pickaxe so we can break through stuff more effectively. Steel pickaxe will help, but ideally, we should probably go up to gold. At the very minimum before we go into the skull cavern, so then we can at least start harvesting iridium so we can upgrade to the iridium tools, and then we'll be ooh, finally some algae. Take us off the brink. Oh, there's an aquamarine, but can't get to it. What do? What do you mean? Do you do for a Mountain Dew? Oh boy. Not as much as I would do for a Klondike bar. So what would you do for a Klondike bar? Ooh, just about anything. What are you doing here, Sam? My dad is in the military fighting against the Gatoro Empire. That's why he's not here. He's coming back soon, though. Almost as much as what I do for love, but I won't do that. Ah! Rip me loaf. Even commandeer ZCHISEA on its run from Cicero? Oh, absolutely that! I'm having a hard time finding fresh food to eat. I've been eating a lot of bread. I'm sure you are parched, Pam. You've had to stand outside and not drink all day. I mean, I wouldn't even do that for a Klondike bar. I would just do that because. Heck yes, I want to run on the Aurora sub. Are you kidding? I'm parched. I'm Pam, and it's been 27 minutes since my last drink. Yeah, pretty much. Might as well just go to bed. Snow again. Mildly perturbed. You tickle my funny bone, Jessica. Just accidentally grabbed it a little too much. Just toss it back at the silo. Yeah, that's why she's a light sleeper. And now, Jessica, I don't think the Scottish sleep in a weird way. First off comes the guilt. Well, see, Jessica, normally when you wear a kilt, you don't wear bloomers because, how should I put this? Yeah, I think I remember hearing that, Code Monkey. The idea behind wearing a kilt is, to air out the family jewels. Yes, exactly. Sometimes the boys prefer a nice breeze. Where exactly is Haley? Okay. Do some fishing up here and then move into town and say hey to Haley. Since we haven't done that in a while. Between their rubies and sapphires. Exactly! Or, to put it the way I heard it on an episode of the show New Amsterdam recently, the meat and 2 veg. That was probably a damn lingcod. This is also probably a damn lingcod. Said the woman to the Scotsman, what is worn beneath the kilt? Quoth the Scotsman, nothing is worn, madam. It is all in perfect working order. taken Ing. The point is made. That was a sturgeon. Quote one Amtrak engineer I know. If you want my milk duds, just pay me $30 and you can feast on them. Well then! Railroad folk tend to have colorful expressions. Feisty sturgeon. My old friend, the glowing boulder, has moved on. It may not seem like an important event, but to me it's a big change. I'm happy for the old rock to see more of the world, though. Oh, Linus, you're so wholesome. I know you want to see it, but I'm a married man. No way I'll give you that satisfaction. I don't want to end up in divorce court. Dan, did you hear? It seems the old town bus started working again overnight. That old thing has been dormant for decades. This is truly a great mystery. If I wasn't so busy, I'd help you dig around in that cave by the lake. I bet there's some powerful crystals inside there. Oh, she's in there. Do you have a pony on your farm? Not yet. Oh, that's disappointing. Forgive me, Father, for I had sinned. I ate the Passover meal with the nun, and she wanted seconds. Oh boy. So Payment's an alcoholic and hasn't driven for decades. No better kid. Nope! Being a drunk is about the only thing Pam puts effort into, so I mean... props to her. She's found her niche. Ooh, hey. A panning spot. I think those do time out. Well, how exactly are you supposed to get it? You torture me. That's just cruel. I'm walking away. Out of sight, out of mind. Put the pan on the fishing rod. I don't think that's how it works. Nope. Sometimes I just move slower here. When I lived in the city, the year went by so fast. Happens. You think the years go by fast, Leah? I'm not sure when it happened that we got a third of the way through 2022, but here we are. Yeah, for real. Oh, there was a link cod. It's probably a freaking pike. Yeah. course, spending the entire day fishing. It's not exactly thrilling content. But I'm just trying to build us some capital so that we can buy some stuff we really need, so. I breamed a bream and... Oh boy. Ooh, 1 whole copper ore. One more for luck. Wow, I hope with all that fishing, we'd have gotten a little farther than that. Oh well. Just keeps snowing. Very happy. What an unusual request. Could you keep this a secret? I want you to deliver an amethyst to Emily. It's her favorite stone. Tell her it's from me. Glenn wants you to give Emily an amethyst. He wants you to tell her it's from him. Do I have an amethyst lying around? I have 3 of them, in fact. Got you this rare gem. No, I know Dan has like 10 of these. It's true. Alright. Clint doesn't open till like 9. So, let's pop up to the quarry and work on that a bit. While we still can. Let's break out that aquamarine. It's a page from Abigail's diary. Things I love. The smell of carved pumpkin, keeping an amethyst under my pillow, chocolate cake, the thrill of spicy eel, and the comfort of Mom's blackberry cobbler. I like to eat. Yo, Clint's my man. Upgrade me some tools. Thanks. I'll get started on this as soon as I can. It should be ready in a couple of days. Oh. There must be a hell of a lot of acid in this town. Why are you here? That reminded me of something. Even the tiniest, blandest, simplest light holds a wonderful secret. Now I know why you're here. It's a sign! What? Dan. There's something special about Dan. Our destinies will intersect. Roses are red, the ground is pink. What incarnation do they put in these drinks? Exactly. Oh, my favorite stone. You're so sweet. Huh? It's from who? Oh, you got it at Clint's? Well, I don't care where you got it from. It's beautiful. Thank you, Smooch. Whoops. Do you know how to cook bean hot pot? Nope. I like that dish quite a bit. It's hard to get fresh ingredients in winter, huh? Huh? Well, that didn't work out so well for old Clint. Dad's coming back soon. Hope he brings me some toys. If by toys you mean PTSD. Yeah, sure. She can tell that our destinies are gonna intersect, but she can't figure out that, I'm trying to tell her, it's a gift from Clint. Can't spend another day fishing. What do I need for the house upgrades? $50,000 and 150 hardwood. Oh man. Oh, no. Whoops. 10,000 gold and 450 wood. Oh, so we could do that now. The bedroom is, or the kids' room is the $50,000 upgrade. Or, yeah, 50,000 gold. Jesus. Couldn't hit that guy to save my life. $450 wood. I think I have that. I do have that. Wish there was a faster way to do this. Nah, we already hit the skeletal hand. You can increase the size of your house and add a kitchen. It will cost 10,000 gold, and you'll also need to provide me with 450 pieces of wood. Are you interested? Yes. Thank you! I'll get started tomorrow. I should be finished in around 3 days. Okay, now I do kind of need to do some fishing. But it's good because that officially unlocks marriage for us. So once we reach the appropriate heart level with our desired madam, we can get married and they will move in with us. Of course, I haven't decided who that madam will be, but we'll let it play out. Three days is quite the turnaround for renovations like that. Yeah, it really is. And I can't imagine, like, she's adding a kitchen. That's not insignificant. Like, I mean, it takes 2 days to make a pickaxe. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got to add electric and, you know, possibly gas for the stove. I guess it could be an electric stove. Water, like, this isn't a small task. Like, my God, I gotta get drywall done in the house I bought, and like, that's gonna be hassle enough. Well, I mean, if you think that's impressive, she can also build an entire barn in 3 days, so... Robin is, quite the efficient builder. Look at how much do it in like 3 hours. Yeah, with like 40 of them. Already have that one. Had to work real hard for that one. Yeah. It's one of those math problems. If it takes 3 men 6 days to lay 3/4 of a wall, then how many days will it take? How many walls will it take 6 days to lay a man? Okay, wasn't sure if we got any. Forging materials. We did not. Okay. Did I check on the chickens today? I can't remember. Guess we'll find out tomorrow. Level 7 foraging. +1 axe proficiency. We can craft fertilizer, wild seeds, and mountain totems. Oh, it's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. Perfect for weather for the Festival of Ice. The event will take place in the forest starting between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Don't be late. Spirits feel neutral. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, plum pudding. Little Jack Horner is champing at the bit for this ooey-gooey delight. And who can blame him? The plums are floral and sweet, with just the right amount of tartness to fully activate every last one of your eager taste buds. You'll just have to try it and see for yourself. We learned how to cook plum pudding, which will come in handy. Hello there, Dan. So, your first year in Stardew Valley is almost over, huh? If you keep buying seeds from me, you'll be twice as productive next year. And I have some exciting news. I'll be selling new seed varieties in my shop next year. I should have one new variety per season. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good one. You know, I wouldn't even bother trying my competitor's seeds. Pierre's seeds are the highest quality seeds you'll find anywhere. That's a promise. Dan, flip this letter over for instructions on how to make a super healthy meal. You'll feel energized. See you soon, Emily. Now we can make salad. Dear Dan, tomorrow we're all gathering in front of Marnie's house for the Festival of Ice. It's a celebration of winter. There will be snowmen, ice sculptures, and an ice fishing competition. Arrive between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you'd like to participate. Mary Lewis. I must say, I do kill at the ice fishing competition, so... I forgot, Robin will skip a day to go to the festival, so... Gee, I'm so glad I checked that artifact spot. Okay, I must have checked on them yesterday. They'd be angry with me if they hadn't gotten to eat yesterday. And, I mean, rightfully so. What to do? Go. Well, nope, can't go work on the quarry. Oh, you know what we can do? I could use some more bait, and we can go into the sewer cave to get some of that. Oh man, we got actual trash out of the trash. Oh. Oh, that's annoying. I forgot about that. Already had that. But there's really not much to do when you don't want to fish. Anything good? A $2,000 house plant. No thanks. Nope. Nothing good. It's written in Leah's handwriting. My idea of a perfect dinner would be a salad, goat cheese, truffle, and wine. For dessert, I'd need a poppy seed muffin. Yum! If someone gave me one of those things, I'd melt. Are we getting all the notes that tell us how to seduce the women? And Alex. There's some fun stuff in some of those notes. Ooh. Head for the hills. We are not going to get there anywhere close to in time. I should attack random piles of slime and see if it teaches me how to seduce people. Oh, we did make it. Nice. Seb was here. that's nice. We got a whole bunch of coal off that train. Oh, I forgot I had a recycling machine already. Really don't want to fish. Eh, might as well just go to bed. At least we got the Festival of Ice today. Clear and sunny. I don't know why I bothered checking. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Find any tree seeds while chopping wood. You can plant those in the ground and a new tree will grow. Get creative. Alright, we can do a little fishing while we wait for the festival to start. Be nice if we could actually catch one. So yeah, the house didn't get finished, but Robin is not working on it. So. Alright. Head down to the festival. I'm entering the ice fishing competition today. Why not? It's rare that Willie ever loses, though. What do you think of my sculpture, Dan? I'm calling it Siren in a Frozen Sea. None of the sirens of mythology weren't mermaids, but I like the modern interpretation. I'm sorry, but carving ice parapets requires my undivided attention. It's way too cold out here. As soon as Jazz is done building her snowman, I'm going to take a look and then going back inside. Did I ever tell you how George and I first met? He actually pelted me with a snowball this very festival. He was a gentleman back then and came over to see if I was okay. Humph! Why drag me out in the cold for this? I'm not very creative when it comes to snowmen. I want to give him a carrot nose. I made these clothes especially for the snowman. What do you think? Emily started helping me without any provocation. Does that mean something? I plan on winning the ice fishing competition. Willie's gonna be pretty hard to beat, though. He does this kind of stuff day and night. Snowmen are okay, I guess, but I mostly look forward to spring. Someone just hit me with a snowball! Ugh, it's so cold and wet and ew! This snow is so cold I can't feel my fingers anymore. What do you mean it's funny looking? It's a snow goon! I saw a big fish down there. It's so very cold out here. I wish I'd brought a heavier jacket. Sorry, Dan. Do you know how to light a campfire? Sorry, there's no food. Just wait for until the Feast of the Winter Star. You'll be stuffed for days. Hey, Dan. Ready for some ice fishing? Yes, and I'll do my best. Yes, and I'm going to beat you. To be honest, no, I'm bad at fishing. Yes, I'll do my best. That's the spirit. You know, I should have probably worn a jacket. Remarkable how few people own hats. Yes, I feel bad for all the poor cold animals out there. If we come this way. Igloo buildings and art I picked up from the tundra dwellers who live beyond the frozen sea. That was many years ago. An igloo makes a nice home, but it's easier to just stay in my tent year-round. Pretty cold, huh? It might snow in Zuzu City, but nothing like this. Cold? Nah, I never get cold. How's winter coming along for you, Dan? The forest looks beautiful in the winter, doesn't it? Don't really want to spend any money, but... yeah. True, the Winter Star 5. Ugh. Welcome to the Festival of Ice. The highlight of today's festival will be the ice fishing competition. We set up this frozen lake and stocked it full of fish. Just let me know when you're ready to start. When you're ready to compete. Are you ready to start? Blah blah blah. Yes. All right, everyone. Let's begin this year's ice fishing competition. Contestants, your goal is to catch as many fish as you possibly can in 2 minutes using the provided fishing rods. You must catch your fish here from these holes in the ice. Well, is everyone ready? Begin! think you need to catch 6 to win. Ah! Pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, that should be enough to secure victory. Wow, that's a lot of fish. Smell. Now, for the winner of this year's ice fishing competition. Dan with 6 big slimy fish. Years ago, there was an internet parody of Ice Ice Baby that went Ice Fish Baby. That's good. Here's your prize. Enjoy. So we get a sailor's cap, a dress spinner, a barbed hook, and a magnet. So the dress spinner we've used before. The barbed hook makes your catch more secure, causing the fishing bar to cling to your catch. Works best on slow, weak fish, and the magnet increases the chance of finding treasures when fishing. However, the fish aren't crazy about the taste. Any new ideas for the workshop? That must have been in like pre-YouTube days. Yeah, I do have a scenario that's ready to go. Unfortunately, I'm having the failed to upload error again, and I tried reinstalling Train Simulator, and unfortunately that didn't work. And I'm pretty sure the last time I had this issue, the only solution was to completely delete and reinstall Steam, so I couldn't do that today, since I was at work, and, no, I've had that issue before, and reinstalling Steam, it's, the closest I can narrow it down to is that it's something with the Clinchfield route, because both times I've had this issue, now, it's been the Clinchfield route. The first time I had it, it was still a bridge, which was for the Clinchfield, and now I'm having it again, and it just so happens that this scenario is for the Clinchfield. So I don't know, there's something about that route that doesn't interact well with Steam for me for some reason. So, I'm gonna tackle that tomorrow. Gonna reinstall Steam. I've learned my lessons from the last time I did this, and I copied out everything I need to keep. That will be destroyed when I delete Steam, so. It's unfortunately a pain, but hopefully that works. Luckily, with the roommates gone, the internet moves at lightning speeds. Never uploaded to Workshop, but surely it's less drastic. No, it's not. I already reinstalled the game. I restarted the machine. I restarted the game. I restarted Steam. Last time I had this issue, I had to go through DTG support, and we spent like 2 months going back and forth, having me do different things, and reinstalling Steam was one of the last things they suggested, and that was the one that actually worked. It is going to be Clinchfield era, Jessica. Well, that's it for this year's Festival of Ice. Thanks for coming, everyone. Now let's release these poor fish. I can't believe I won. Well, time to head home. And time for us to put our fancy new sailor cap on. Ooh. Some sort of cache folder that needs emptying? I would have thought it was the root, then it would be persistent. Well, I mean, I don't know, Code Monkey. This is, like I said, I've only ever had this issue. Oh, that's right, the magnet is bait. It's not tackle. I've only ever had this issue with the Clinchfield route, and I don't use the Clinchfield route very often, so... To be honest, it's not that it's a bad route and that I don't enjoy the Clinchfield. It's just that, you know, it's a low-speed, single-track route that even in its prime didn't have a ton of through traffic, so... It's hard to come up with a ton of ideas for it. And this isn't an issue with any other route. Like, I don't know why it's the Clinchfield that causes this issue, but... It's fine. It's not that big a deal to blow away CSX. It only takes Train Simulator about an hour and a half to install with my internet, so... Which I was able to verify because I just reinstalled Train Simulator with my internet. So, it's more of an inconvenience than anything, and a mild well, not a mild irritation, but... Having to go through everything again. And having to reinstall all the games I like. It's just irritating. But it is what it is. Just like the Northeast Order always have plenty of options, especially on the New York New Haven. Yeah, they do. It's also just, you know, being inspired and coming up with something. I tend to use a lot of real-world inspiration for my scenarios, and so whether that comes through just pictures I see on the internet, things I read, you know, stuff like that, it's just, you know, it kind of comes from anywhere. But, you know, it just kind of has to strike me, so... Yeah. Or consulting railroads and low rosters. Sometimes it's that, too. But honestly, a lot of times it's me just kind of staring blankly at my monitor and thinking, what could I do? Because a lot of times I really like my scenarios to have some sort of, you know, broader context that I can, you know, throw in. So, like with Corby Bound, that was just, you want a big slot machine that spins around. Honestly, sometimes that would help. So, like with Corby Bound, I got that idea from playing the 1992 timetable for York for the York SimSig layout, and just seeing Class 60 lead steel trains, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I've been wanting to use the Class 60 since I bought it, and that would be a really cool thing to do. And so that's just kind of where the general idea of that came from. And then obviously once I get in there, I can, make the scenario, kind of ad hoc as it comes to me. But the actual nugget of the idea kind of has to be there before I can attack it. I can't just, say, oh, I want to make a highline scenario and then boom, that's it. No, I need context for it. And I mean, sound of wheel spin, GP9, heavy sleeper cars, 2 cherries. So I mean, it's stuff like that. It's just sometimes it's hard, or something I can impart a little bit of history on. So like, the big one was about the huge combined California Zephyr, Desert Wind and Pioneer, and how that used to run over Soldier Summit, and that was something cool. Or After the Floods, which we did, which was about the aftermath of the 1993 Mississippi River flooding. And so sometimes it's hard if I haven't read anything historical in a minute. And so it's just difficult when I don't have that kind of nugget to say. Or the stuff I do read, I can't recreate in Train Simulator, whether it be the fact that we don't have the route or we don't have the rolling stock. So if I read something about, Rock Island operations, that's all well and good, but we don't really have a Rock Island route other than what you purposely make work out of workshop routes. But it's not like, but I mean, and even then, all we have for Rock Island content is the ones that the livery on in the GP9 pack. I mean, we don't even have any Rock Island rolling stock, default to the game or in a DLC. And so that's kind of tough too. It's, I want to do like, a post privatization English scenario, but we don't really have any GNER or Wales and Borders or I was trying to think of or a lot of ScotRail 2000 liveried stuff in the game. So that's where it gets kind of difficult. It's just trying to come up with stuff that works with what we have in Train Simulator and what can be done with it. And I mean, obviously it's great that more content is coming out for the game all the time, and that obviously really helps. It's always really helpful to get a new route or new DLC, because that always helps put in a nugget of an idea that can be applied to something that I don't even necessarily think of when it comes out. But so, which is partly why I'm really looking forward to Larias Games route, especially if it's going to be something on the UP, because I really, really want a new UP route. Just because Sherman Hill there's only so much you can do with it. And I mean, I really like Sherman Hill, and I'm going to come back to Sherman Hill, but, it's hard to, not make it the same scenario over and over. We could look at the Glasgow subway clockwise and anti-clockwise. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I think, and I mean that would be the struggle. That in the same way, that would be kind of the same struggle. It's like, if I did buy that route, okay, well then, what can I do with this that, isn't something, that either I would have done before or that everyone else would have done before. And I mean, there's a lot of routes like that. But I'm trying to think. Well, not a lot of routes. There are a few routes like that. Yeah, there's only so many permutations of A, B, and PA. Yeah, exactly. And it's tough, too, when I come up with something and it's just, like on an American route and it's a point A to point B run, and I'm like, okay, well, I've done point A to point B, in every conceivable era. What's the point of doing this again if it's not going to be something, a little more original? And I mean, yeah, you can do stuff to make it original, but at the end of the day, it's still, it's still putting lipstick on a pig, I guess, is kind of the way I look at it. And so well, like the Clinchfield route, I don't really like making switching scenarios, and I really don't like running switching scenarios. And I mean, there's not a ton of switching that you can do on the Clinchfield route, maybe at the Yard and Dant, but or like maybe on the Hasty branch. But, there's only so many different ways you can do take loaded coal train from this point to this siding, in about an hour to an hour and a half. And it's just like, well, okay. Yeah, sure, you can put in a meat and you can put in some goofy stuff in some of the sidings, but at the end of the day, you're still taking, and you can do wacky lash ups and you can mix up the power, especially since we have a couple different DLCs with Clinchfield rolling stock now. But at the end of the day, it's just, it's the same kind of thing over and over. And, I try to make stuff that's at least somewhat unique. But yeah, it's just hard a lot of the times to come up with something that, I mean, A, I get excited about and want to do. But in B, I can make interesting enough to the point where it's probably useless to you for workshop, but I was using about signals that don't clear until a train moves elsewhere or until certain times. My issue is not to use high quality stock from Searchlight simulation in RR mods. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You might be able to do that with like a Lua Code Monkey, but I wouldn't know the first thing about implementing that. Or like Ratone and Donner. It's hard to come up with something that stands out when it's just, yeah, you can't redistribute this. It's hard to do something new when it's, X miles of 25-mile-an-hour running up a hill and then back down it. What are you going to do that makes the climb from Colfax to Norden or wherever, more interesting than the last time you did this? So. So yeah, I guess that's where I struggle with a lot of it. It's like, okay, but how has this not been done before? Yeah, because Mariah says that nice. I mean, A, it's long, but you have a lot of different. You have a lot of different parts to that route, and you have double track sections, and you have single track sections. You have sections that are flatter with higher speeds, and you have sections that are, more steep and twisty with lower speeds, and the Kalispell branch. And I mean, it has quite a bit of line side industry for being a mountain crossing. And I mean, you have the yard in Essex, so you could do like a maintenance of way run, or you could set it, or you could do like a helper run. You can do a lot of stuff with that route. But not every route is like that, and you know, it can be tough to come up with stuff that. Yeah. Well, I mean, Stevens Pass is a little tougher because it has a lot. I mean, it's pretty much all single track, and it's all pretty low speed. But you can work around that, and there are quite a few line of sight industries on either side. The middle's a little bare. Once you get past Gold Bar, it's not a whole lot going on. But between Gold Bar and Merritt, you're kind of stuck. But outside of that, well, yeah, you have things like the Boeing plan, and there's a lot to do in like Everett and Wenatchee. You know, I'm not trying to say that there's nothing to do on Stevens Pass, but I'm just saying there's a little less. It's hard to come up with more variety of stuff that happens on Stevens Pass because at least on like Marias Pass, you can do some funky stuff with the double track sections. You can do runarounds, three-way meets, and that kind of thing, and it's harder to do that on routes that are predominantly single tracked, and that's kind of the struggle I'm having at the moment with a lot of single tracked routes, even single track routes that I really like. It's just like, well, okay, and I keep saying this, but it's hard to come up with something for the single tracked routes that doesn't feel like it's been done before, doesn't feel like everyone has done, or feels like it could be done in a way that's new and interesting, that's not just the same run but with a different coat of paint slapped on it, in some cases literally. Yeah, Tri-Rail, Amtrak, CSX Road, and local. Yeah, exactly. But I could take the heavy section, for example, for like Feather River Canyon, and backdate it to the Western Pacific era, and it's essentially still the same scenario. Maybe maybe instead of meeting a bare table train at the beginning, you meet a different, like a unit train or something. But at the end of the day, other than what you're looking at, it's still the same experience, I guess, in my mind. Is how I view it. So. Which is also partly why I'm kind of really waiting for a new American route. Or new American DLC. I don't know. Digital Train Model's been kind of on a hiatus for some reason lately. They haven't posted anything since March. And I mean, there's a lot you can do on the racetrack too. It's just the stuff I want to do is all kind of the same. And I mean, that's 100% a me problem. And, I can't put that on the route, but it's also kind of annoying that it's so short, is my other problem. But, I mean, it's the racetrack. It's what it says on the tin, so. The next US route is a single line branch like the one for TSW2. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of that's kind of what I was getting at, Jessica, is that it's, it's fine for a commuter run because, I mean, that's what it is, but and I mean, it's even too short for like a good decent Amtrak run because, unless you want to do something goofy, you have to do it between CUS and Naperville, and that's like a 45-minute run at max, and that's just not what I want to do. I don't know. Amtrak ones are tough because a lot of the routes, the only stations on it are at either end, and that's normally way too long for a scenario. I think of my scenario for or my Amtrak scenario for Highline that you go between Harv and Shelby, and that thing is like almost 2 hours. And I mean, that's nice. That's fine every once in a while, but I mean, it gets a little tedious by the end of it. Unless you run the merged routes. Well, yeah. Well, even then. I tried to run the merged route on my old setup and it kept crashing. But I haven't tried it on this one yet. I probably should. So. But yeah. I'm not trying to sound like I'm down on Train Simulator. I mean, I guess I kind of am. At the moment, but... No, she's talking about Montana Highline and Marias Pass, the merged route. So yeah, it's just kind of tough at the moment to come up with something and feel inspired by it. So it's just a funk I'm in. Won't be long till the summer sale, and then hopefully I can buy a couple things that'll get my juices flowing. Got my eye on a few things. Mostly British things for some reason. But and I think that might also partly be why I'm on such a British kick at the moment. It's just I find it easier to get inspired for British things more so than I do for American things right now, just because Gronk on trip workings from Kingmore to Longtown. That is quite a ways out and back. Just because there's more stuff I feel like I can do with a lot of them. Especially if I set them in like the BR era. And then I can kind of make shit up. Versus, you know, running a modern timetable, which then I feel guilty because I'm using all the wrong stock and this, that, and the other thing. But yeah. Well, even workshop routes, it's hard to come up with stuff a lot of the time. Especially with Majestic Falls, everything I come up with doesn't work. I'll make the damn things, and then they just don't work. It's incredibly frustrating. Alright, anyway. Get in a couple more days and call it a night. Moving up. And our steel pickaxes. So this is the kitchen. Oh no, it is a gas stove, I think. It's hard to tell. So, the faded ones are all the ones that we have the recipes for but can't make at the moment. And then the grayed out, or the silhouetted ones are the ones we don't have the recipe for. And then this is our fridge, so you can keep stuff in there, and then it'll automatically... So if we keep, like, say for spaghetti, if we keep wheat flour and tomato in the fridge, then we can just walk right up to the stove and make spaghetti. So it's kind of nice. Wall basket. I think I have a couple of paintings lying around that I wanted to put up. Dear Dan, I'd like to share an old cooking recipe my pappy used to make. It's important that the fish is fresh, Willie. Got the recipe for escargot. Yeah, there we got that painting, This vase. Forgot we had Lewis's underwear. The bear statue. And we can put the chicken doll in there. We can get a couple of windows at Robin's to put in the bedroom and make it look a little better. Stick that there for now. Oh wait. You're just a snoop. Iron ore. Writing my face on the root editor, but I basically went off TS myself apart for that. Because of that. All that furniture and the TV still sat on the floor. I don't know that you can actually put the TV on the... Oh, you have to do... Oh, there we go. It's a big TV. Yeah, you can't actually put it on the table. Big chungus. It probably takes 2 to lift it. Probably. But it also fits in the backpack, so who knows. Ooh, trash tuna. I was getting worried. We hadn't had our monthly dose of trash food yet. So let's try this bad boy out. Ooh. I believe... Yep, cleaves through copper ore nodes in 1 swing. Which is really nice. And most types of rock. Ah! Dig up there in that corner. What might we find? I'm just gonna do some fishing after that, but... Dang it, I didn't want those. I just Ah, treasure chest. You literally just sell it. It doesn't do anything, but it's worth like, I think 2,500 gold, so certainly nothing to sneeze at. If you come to ridicule me, I'm just minding my own business. I know, Linus, I would never. You've used your last piece of bait. Well, gee, wasn't that a fucking waste? Oh yeah, I forgot I had the hook on there. Yeah, I've had that, I mean, a bunch of times. Over the years. You know, there'll just be a period of months where I just don't want to play TS. It comes and goes. And then there'll be, you know, I'll be off it for however long, and then I'll turn around and that'll be the only thing I play for, 2 weeks. And I'll just be firing on all cylinders to get scenarios out, and then it'll just fall off again. Well, that was unfortunate. Damn it. part of the problem too comes when I have things that I really want and I have a bunch of ideas for, but I'm not willing to pay, you know, more than a certain amount, even in a sale. And so it's really hard when you become kind of fixated on an idea like that, but you can't fulfill it for reasons like that. And I mean, again, that's purely a me issue. But you know, CS DLC has a reputation, the reputation it does for a reason, and so a lot of stuff isn't worth paying full price for. And I mean, even, you know, much more than, you know, 50 to 40% of full price is iffy for a lot of things. Anyway, some of that is mitigated by third party. You know, most third party stuff is really good, but, you know, there's no guarantee. You don't want to pay £25 equivalent for the Marleypound as Aylesbury route or Garl? Shock. Well, Garl, yeah, but is Marleybone to Aylesbury really that bad? I mean, again, I wouldn't pay full price for it, especially given the reviews, but I thought a lot of people's issue with that route kind of came down to the fact that it didn't include any London Underground stock, which is kind of obnoxious when it's, you know, when it's a route that parallels the Underground for so much of its length. But thank God that magnet wore out. But like the JT Meridian, I'm not gonna pay what I think it's like 32 US for that. Even if it is a high quality simulation of the locomotive. Or, not the locomotive, excuse me, the unit. But that's just outrageous. I have haven't touched it either, but I'm sure they're mostly negative, and I know people who have refunded it. Well, when we wrap up today, I have it on my wish list. We can give her a quick look. I think what rubs a lot of people the wrong way too is that it doesn't include like any of the stock. You need to run like half of the scenarios. So like it doesn't include the Princess Risborough class 121 skin. You have to buy that differently or separately. It doesn't have the I don't think it even comes with classic European assets, but you need to run a lot of it. Alright, we're just getting algae. What's up, Sebastian? I don't really have anything to say. I still don't know you very well. Fair enough. I'm just gonna take my holly and go. Oh yeah, that's where Maro's telescope usually is. But it's a snowman for the winter. Just want to keep a small stash of diamonds on hand. Oh, it's worth 5,000. Jeez. All right, let's take a quick look-see. Make sure I get the right one because the full chill turn main line is also somewhere around here. Maybe. I thought. Interesting. Anyway. Mostly negative. Let's see here. Prices quoted below accurate. Okay. Pros, semi-accurate recreation of a unique British railway line, challenging scenarios. Cons, scenery is lacking in several areas. Scenery assets such as low bushes do not have seasonal variances, making seasons other than summer look tacky and cheap. Scenarios are challenging because they are plagued with extremely critical goals with a slim margin for error, something that does not replicate the real-life operation of UK railways and signaling errors. This DLC pack does not contain any playable rolling stock. This route costs whatever it costs. If you want to play the base scenarios included with this DLC, and an additional money if you want to utilize all the features. It's the first negative review I've had to provide, and why does this... Okay, well, Jesus, this one's an awful. This only route requires 2 other local purchases to work. I've little time for this kind of semi-scam, but if you're fine with it, then it's a good home counties route. After hours of trying, I cannot get... Okay.
This is an interesting route, and I am able to get it to run, but having played only a few scenarios, the one thing that is really bugging me is the number of times the simulator falters and pauses before continuing with this display. It's more distracting than a lack of fluid being. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I thought the Chiltern Mainline was available. Oh yeah, there it is. I thought this was on my wish list. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. Well, let's see. Well, the screenshot on the page does show London Underground stock, so it might have AI only ones. Alright, anyway. Weather report. Changes of snow tomorrow. So I'm mildly perturbed. Okay, let's go get some bait. We are running dangerously low. I don't really feel like fishing. But yeah, I definitely agree that if you're paying, you know, whatever the normal cost in your currency is for a route, it is beyond irritating having to drop additional money on content just to make the scenarios that come with that route work. You know, it's one thing that, you know, DLCs need a specific route to run on. That at least makes sense. But I would agree it's definitely a bit of a ripoff when it works the other way around. Anyway, I like going bait hunting on mildly perturbed days because you'll get more enemy spawns. Or bad luck days because you'll get more enemy spawns. Mines. Start at level 10. Mermaid Show 15423. That is actually a fortuitous note to find, because we will be able to use that in just a few days. And I'm not going to remember to do it. I'll keep that in the back. More tips to seduce things? No, actually! Oh yeah, give me a bug spawn. Or bug swarm. Or how to win in a minigame then. Not really. Really, it's just a little bonus you can get during an event that you wouldn't otherwise know to get. Stop that. Actually, what I might do is just leave a page of the wiki open to the secret notes page, and then that'll hopefully remind me. Because I'm not going to remember the order anyway that I need to do the thing in. Ah! Right. Now you're just irritating me. Up to 14 bug meat. And it's only 1:30. Now we're up to 22. Nice shirt. Danny uploaded today, huh? What did he upload? Big trains and rock shrimp. Ah. Doing some Florida East Coast rail fading. NPC is definitely one I need to see sometime soon. The only problem is having to go to Florida to do it. Yeah, I know, but I need to go to Florida anyway to at least once to fulfill my goal of photographing a train in every US state. So, it's got to happen at some point. I just don't especially have to look forward to it. $31 bug meat. Just gonna skip this level. It's not gonna be worth it. I borrowed a necklace from Mom, but lost it somewhere near the bathhouse. She's going to freak if she notices it's missing. Somewhere near the bathhouse. That would be pretty sick. Although it would make me pretty homesick. That is really the one thing I'm going to miss about living in Illinois is all the trains within easy access, because all the busy main lines that I had easy access to that I don't living in Michigan. To Haley and Emily, hope you two are doing well. We've sent you your favorite gifts. Pink cake and sunflowers for Haley, gemstones and wool for Emily. Love, Mom and Dad. For it after you get that note, or if you just find it laying around. Where ladder? There we go. $45. Oh no! Ah! I can't believe I did that. I wanted to make bait, not bug steaks.
Alright, I'm gonna cheat to the wiki. Note. Shoot. I don't remember which one that is. Secret notes. Oh, 25. Fish in the water outside the spa during spring. Oh, okay. So yeah, you do fish in the spa to find it, but you have to do it in the winter, or in not the winter when it's thawed. And I am so irritated that I just wasted 40 bug meat that could have been turned into 100 bait. That hurts. That hurts deeply. In my very soul. Sup, can a Loke come into your crib? What? I don't remember. I don't know why I keep thinking Crystal Fruit goes there. Okay. Well, on that rather sad note, that's going to do it for this week. It's fine. Trains are back next week. Regardless of whether or not I solve the workshop issue, that's purely an upload thing. I can still play scenarios. I assume I can still download, or I'm pretty sure I can still download them. It's purely an uploading to workshop issue, so regardless of whether or not the issue gets solved, trains are back. I need a laugh.
Nick, 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 Nick. Nigga. What?
I did need that. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, plenty of things went wrong today. But yeah, so make sure you follow the Facebook. Link is in the places. The YouTube should be pretty up to date because I haven't streamed in a while. If anything, it's missing one from 2 weeks ago, but I don't think so. Yeah, there you go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, so links to all the appropriate socials are where they should be. And hopefully sometime tomorrow you see a Facebook post about a scenario being uploaded. So fingers crossed. Other than that, thanks everyone for watching. And I don't get a yee ass haircut. Absolutely. So, with all that said, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.